Hola, señor. Maybe it might work. It is. I'm gonna shut that up. Hold on, I'm gonna see if he can even join, bro. We live chat. Copy link. Yes, sir. This. And this kid. Alright. Hang on, hang on. Before we get started, can I just say something? Thank you for actually setting the clock. Both times you booted up the game. Problem. They are. Yeah. Cause they're not talking. What do you mean? Hold on, wait. You can't hear me, chat? Hold up. Hello? Yeah, you can hear me. You lying. Alright. Alright. Alright, I'm looking around. Interact X Simplify. Alright, let's see what Simplify control is. Alright. Stanley, the person that made me play this was Markiplier, so.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Okay.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building.
One second, chat. One sec. I'm about to turn my broadcasting chat off, and I'm about to put it on my phone. I can actually have a screen.
Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment
chat
that
is
the
up.
orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And
I don't know how.
Stanley was happy.
Alright, chat is up.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened.
Like what?
Something that would forever change Stanley.
What happened to
Something he
Stanley?
would never quite forget.
Like
He
what?
had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk.
Ah, I'm turning the sensitivity up. Nope. That should be high enough.
And stepped out
Jeez,
of his
that is a little too high. Alright,
office.
A little bit higher. A little bit higher. Oh, that's right.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Where's the meeting room? Down here? Oh, I'm moving so quick, chat. Yeah, I forgot about that. You know how long it's been to see actually, I think.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Hey, they got a trophy, let's go! I got a trophy for getting a trophy. I got a trophy for getting a trophy, what the freak? I was not there. Ah! Open that up. Even every door open. What happened to 4v3?
When Stanley came to a set of
heck, now open it.
He entered the door on his left.
That's right. I'm not listening to their orders. I'm listening to their orders. Alright, no. See nothing. I don't like this. I'll leave that open. Leave chat, leave that open.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
How to solve using slides to assure employees that everything is okay. Make sure the slide has a slick blue graphic and the Bro, let me read! Man. Broom closet. What's in here?
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Can I get a bucket? Where's a bucket? I want a bucket.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I want to see what's downstairs, though. I'm not going there. I just want to see. See, what is that? What does that say? I can't read that. Ah, crouch. I'm listening to bro. I'm not gonna be disobedient. I'm listening to bro. Upstairs. Upstairs. This room? Nope. This looks like a horror game, chat. Do you get executive bathroom? I got a feeling money for it. I'm crouching. For ceiling, but you're not. Can I take a? That says extreme bathrooms and time. Oh. I guess this is the boss's office.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
8, 4.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to
Whoa, what's the frick? I'm scared.
By sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
The game has begun. Close that behind me, please. What the freak? Hold up, chat. There's something back here. There's something back here that I don't need to know about. Unless it's just... Give me a flashlight, chat. I'm turning my brightness. Maybe I can see something. But there's something back here, 100%. Oh no. Alright. Do I just jump down? Or can I... Fuck it. Oh. Shit, I think I need to turn on my brightness. I'm not 100% sure. I'm scared. How do you know this isn't a horror game? I just played a horror game recently. I'm scared. Why is this water so good?
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Alright, what he did? I don't think I can go up anymore.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
No, I'm not. I'm going to the mind control facility.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Oh, I wanted to jump off. Dan it. Got a checkboard. That's codes. That's numbers. It says, I can't read it. Hold up. It says, it's like, looks like it's counting from 10 all the way up to 2, 3, 2. It's a lot of numbers. Alright.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
You said I was 230. I think that's me right there.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be
I got a
true.
box. Can I get the
Had
box?
Stanley
Let me
really
get the
been under
box.
someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it
that any up there, the
blindly?
blue one? The blue one right there. It's like in the center of my. Hold up, right? You can't see. I don't have a crosshair.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
What's down here? At the bright screen. What's in here? Why do you got 3 buttons? Hey, what's in here? I am bro, when Robert Krauser, he is short. System power.
And when at last he found the source of the room. Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you want? Control?
Off. Turn it off!
Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation? Then, let's say, 2 minutes. Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated. All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though. This version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh, dear me. What's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones, or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here.
Bro, he's predicting everything I'm doing!
Stanley, that this video game can be beaten, won, solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death.
Okay.
You're only still...
Chat, I think I messed up. I don't care. I know. I wanna take a different road. That's why I did that. I wanna take a different road and try it different.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I'm escaping, chat.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Actually, I'm gonna do what it tells me to do.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
I thought it was 2853 or something.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
What if it says, you thought you were safe? Or something like villain arc type stuff. Like, oh, you thought you were safe. This is all part of my plan. And then something happens. That's what core attention I want y'all to see.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read
Escape.
Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Who, me or him? I don't care if it's
behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
I wanna die! That sounds
At this point,
bad.
Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Thank you, I appreciate that, chat.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever.
I don't care what they're gonna do.
Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
I ain't dead. It's gonna start, alright? I'm gonna watch it happen.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws.
What the fuck?
In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated, as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Chat, let's go with that. Stanley Parable.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same.
So is this game endless? Like endless amounts of options
was already
and stuff?
dead from the moment he hit start.
What is this? Let's had it. Something. What the Warzone? I'm about to get every. What many trophies is there? I'm about to platinum this game while I'm in here. I'm recording. 1 second. Do not play the Stanley Parable for 10 years. What? What's that? Alright. Yeah, you're right. I'm about to. Alright. What's the longest way that you can do it? What? What is the credits? What the freak? Alright, which one? She was right. I don't care about that. Alright, bet.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the trophy? Click a door 5 times? Is that all you think a trophy is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks? Now, suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks. No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this trophy to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way no matter the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
20 clicks into 4, number door 17. 417, 417.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
437 is... That's 428, 427. No, 437. 1, 2,
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so. Now, back to door number 437.
Oh my god, bro. What the freak? I just randomly started clicking on a door, and now I'm back doing what it...
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know,
The copy machine. All right, back to room 417.
Oh my God.
I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
Is this? What do I get from this?
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
Hey, bro, what the freak? 419 426 424 419. I get on bro's desk. Heh.
Yes!
Hey.
This is great! You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
I'm about to crash out.
We've almost got it! Now the copy machine, do that one again!
Oh my God, bro. God.
Finish it off, Stanley! 5 clicks on door 430!
430. Oh no, not 430. That's my homeboy. I know. What's that right there? $430.
Yes! We did it! Oh, wow. That felt amazing.
Oh my God.
Oh, you really earned it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today.
I go to the right door.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
What if I don't? Do I gotta go in there?
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I'm going straight, chat.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Can I jump down?
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
Can
I realize that investing
in
someone else can be difficult, but the fact
Can I see where I'm at? No.
is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
I gotta go through this door. I can't go through it. Bucket. I can get a bucket. I can get the bucket. Oh. Oh.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
No. I'll plug the phone.
As Stanley picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope. Hope for a life reunited one... Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly. I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices?
I'm built different.
Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
Yay, I'm real.
I can't believe I was so mistaken.
This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person.
Can
But
I
if
skip
used
this?
incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you
Can I
make a
skip this?
choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
Oh my goodness, is it 4:30? I need to leave!
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals
Alright, y'all boys, I will be right back. I'm about to go do something for one of my family members. I'll be back in like 30 seconds. I'm about to run. I'll be right back. I am back. Alright.
recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you
40.
begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Ah, welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
I gotta go that way, don't I? Screw it. What if I go back in the room? Oh, I can't. Jaden, what do I do, bro? I gotta go this way.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character.
Oh, I want to jump off right here. I want to get on that boat.
That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Do I got to do this? I'm gonna get back on it. Actually, he wants me to go there. I'm going here. And key cord. Find the key cord. Wait a minute. I should have jumped off on that. Yeah. If I would have jumped, that's what I might do next time. Next go around, I'm gonna jump off on that. What if I repeat the same cycle? If I do what he told me not to do and I go back to there.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world. Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
I don't wanna. Wait. Go back in here. Interact with everything. Interact. Close the door. I gotta go this way, bro. I don't wanna.
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? No, I have to.
I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to.
Shut it down to the game. What the freak, chat?
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You, who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even
Stanley?
occurred to you,
Nah,
had it?
I'm rude.
That there's a world outside of you?
Yay.
You're a child.
Wait a minute.
Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make... behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back.
What is he
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right.
Open it.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I'm gonna keep going to the right door, bro.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I'm gonna keep going to the right door until something happens. Up.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
What should I do? Should I keep going to the right door? Cause I think it's gonna keep doing that glitch. When it says no and then it turned off. What should I do? Oh, hello, welcome to the stream. I didn't see you join. I'm gonna go to the left. Alright. Wait a minute.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
That broom, something's right, because I couldn't open that broom closet. No,
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs
he
to his
made
boss's office.
sure I can't do what he tells me not to do, chat. What the freak? I can't open that anymore. Everybody, this one. Can open that. Whoa, what the
Stepping
freak?
inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Night Shark 115. Do I actually gotta speak into
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
it? Night Shark 115. Chat.
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you?
Man, that's
Please
weird,
speak
chat.
the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step. Okay, fine, you're not going to do it, but you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice.
I
you know.
tried
You could have
not
gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You... When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left. Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice. I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something. Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
You just look straight up. Yeah, head on his tongue. I wish I could win the practice today, bro. If I would, I wouldn't have streamed today. Stanley Parable. Alright. I'm not gonna leave my office. Let's go around. Actually, I am.
All of his co-workers
I want to see what he
were
said.
gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
I'm gonna do what he tells me to
simply
do.
missed a memo.
I'm actually do what he tells me to do this time. Let's go around.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Alright.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I'm gonna go down instead of going up. Next time. 2-8.
The moment he entered his manager's office, Stanley froze in his tracks. Not a living soul anywhere. Could he really be all alone? This was too much for Stanley to take. Too much for any man to take. He fell to his knees, bursting into half moans, half sobs, the guttural retching of life from a man denied any hope. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Ball! Look at it right there.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
I'm gonna do what he tells me to do, just go around, and I'm gonna... Then I'm gonna go to the other one. There's so many choices. Last go around, I took the escape route.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I'm not gonna deal with this whole freaking conversation again, chat.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Hey. Oh, my crotch. Yes.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Where's it at? Either that's me. That's not me. What the frick? I thought it was 437.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
What if it ends? It probably ends the exact
But here
same
was the
way.
proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking,
big red
eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Do what he told me to do. I did what he told me to do. I turned it off.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him
Why
where
is
to
it
go,
going down? Let me
what
go
to
straight.
do, or how to feel. Whatever
It's
life
kinda
he
like throw
lives,
the gun.
it will be his.
Or Goat Simulator.
And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Road credits. No, I'm. Home. All right. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and go down instead of up. I'm gonna stream for about. I'm gonna get like 2 more endings, and then I'm gonna, you know, do what I gotta do. I'll get like 2 more endings, and then I'm gonna. How long have I been streaming for? An hour already? Oh my god! Alright. Something's calling. This one.
Hi, Stanley. Just wanted to leave you a message to let you know there's a few things I need you to pick up on your way home from work today. We need milk, cereal, dish soap, spaghetti, get a thing of sugar, some bread, and coffee beans, whichever ones you like. I'll give you a call if there's anything I forgot. Thanks, sweetie. See you tonight.
That's a cool feature. Where's the narrator? Chat. Where? Where is the narrator? Bro, where?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Go left. I already went right. I'm gonna go down. I feel like up.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I can open that. I can go in there. Alright. Fire hose. Alright, go in here.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay. Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
freak?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like.
I'll be right back. No, I'm gonna end the stream real quick. Hold on, I might stream tomorrow or something's not right. Something's not right.